Hey everybody, it's Mandy from Mandy's Magical Marketplace in Lewes, Delaware. I'm here today to talk about empath versus narcissist. This is my second part of my series. I did my first half a few weeks ago if you want to check that out and find out more about what an empath is and ways to protect yourself as an empath. Today I want to talk about a serious subject though, and I feel like it affects all sensitives out there. Even people that aren't necessarily even an empath get affected by narcissists. But I have lived it and I can write the book on it. I have unfortunately been in quite a few narcissistic relationships and had many narcissists around me. So I feel like I can really give you some tips because now I feel so much better and more happy in my life because I have learned ways to get rid of them and cut them off. And it's a very long process and it can be exhausting. However, I have learned to love myself more and my spirit, and I know my worth. And that's what I want to teach you guys today. I want you to know your worth and ways to get out of a bad, toxic relationship, friendship, whatever it is. The problem lies in where you come across a narcissist. And the problem with a narcissist is at first, they actually look like they could use some help and they don't want help. They want to use and abuse and take every single good thing you have and destroy it. And I know that seems really severe, but that is the truth, 100% truth. And don't think that I'm over exaggerating. Narcissists are all about games. They like to play games and they like to see how much they can get, how much they can break somebody down, and then move to their next victim. So we as empaths need to differentiate who really needs our help and who is truly a narcissist trying to take advantage. Personally, I like to save animals and children because, let's be honest, they're innocent and I don't usually get kicked in the face helping any of them. So I'm not saying not to help people in general, but you really need to pick and choose, and you need to listen to the red flags and not ignore them from the beginning. That's when you get yourself in trouble. So the signs of a narcissist as follows. Narcissists will come into your life like a beautiful dream. They come in like a fairy tale and they know everything that makes you tick. They know what makes you happy, what makes you sad. And if you have something that hurts your heart, they feel the same way. They have a way of making you think that you are these twin flames floating through the air and you were destined to be on the same path. And everything's beautiful, usually for the first 6 to 8 months, sometimes shorter, sometimes longer, depending on how long they can keep up the facade. Then things get really crazy where they start to call you names or project. Projecting is where a narcissist will start to accuse you of doing things that they are doing, such as cheating, lying, manipulating, keeping money, spending too much money. Projecting is a narcissist game, and it's number one of their manual that they like to play. And then we have triangulation. Triangulation is where they want to make you feel like you're stuck, or they have so many admirers and people that want them. They'll talk about exes and disrespect you in that manner. It's not healthy to talk about exes like that. If somebody truly loves you, they're not going to make you feel that way or insecure in any way. Bottom line is they like to put you in bad situations or have you get jealous or try to fight somebody. And they can never have too many admirers, fans, worshipers. They want people that are going to follow them and love them and just put them in admiration at all times. Here's the problem, guys. A normal person does not have that time to spend on giving that much attention to one human being. The problem ends up being that you're tired, you're drained, you're already in a negative environment. And then they start to play these games. So what happens is that they usually go and cheat. And then you blame yourself. Why are you blaming yourself? I mean, you could look like Cindy Crawford or Denzel Washington. You're going to get cheated on by a narcissist. I don't care. It's not about your looks. It's not about what you did or didn't do. It's because they are obsessed with obsession. They are obsessed with themselves. They are obsessed with making themselves happy. They don't give a damn what anybody else thinks about. And that's a huge problem. That is a huge way to get your spirit ripped away and have a really hard time finding it back. Also, another thing that narcissists like to do is call you crazy because they've got you to that point. You're finally crazy. but you're not really crazy. They want to say, oh, you're crazy. Almost every narcissist I've ever met has called somebody I know or myself crazy. They know that gets under your skin. That makes you start to doubt yourself. And here's the thing, guys. Another thing is most narcissists pick very smart, very intelligent, very beautiful victims. It's not because you're stupid or ignorant in any way. It's really because you're just very smart, and they love the challenge of breaking down smart people and beautiful people with beautiful spirits. They don't have that, and I truly believe they're jealous of that. They want to strip you of that so you feel cold and gray and sad like they are inside. Do not play into the game. Do not play the game. You are not crazy. They are the crazy ones indeed. So another thing that they'll like to do is called flying monkeys. They'll get flying monkeys involved. And the problem with empaths is we don't like people thinking bad of us because we know we're a good person. So they will round up a bunch of people and play victim. And they'll say, oh, she did this to me, or he did this to me and it hurt me. And they'll make you look like a bad person. They will lie. They're ruthless. They'll really say anything to make another person believe them. And then these people, like their family members or friends, turn into the flying monkey clan, and they all come together and talk about you. And this is where you've got to get thick skin. You have got to say, oh, well, if these people didn't care enough to come ask me what went down, then why do you really care what they think about you? And that's where you got to get so confident in who you are that this nonsense around you and drama doesn't faze you anymore. And I know it's hard to do. I have been there. But once you learn the art of not giving a damn, life becomes much easier. As far as the ways to protect yourself, one, thick skin. You just got to start talking yourself up and getting confident in yourself. You got to envision that beautiful, colorful spirit you have, and imagine every single time you allow a narcissist to penetrate you, you're looking lost, sad, gray, broken. Next, if you ever want to see a narcissist's head explode and see The Exorcist in real life besides the movies, I want you to go to a narcissist and say these few words. I am sorry, but now I have boundaries that you need to respect. Their head explodes. And they are going to have a temper tantrum like you have never seen in your life. Because if you tell a narcissist no, or that they have to have a boundary, they can't even comprehend that sometimes. It's like a foreign thing for them. And they will not have it. And the next thing they will do to punish you is this beautiful thing called the silent treatment. Guys, silent treatment is golden. It is a beautiful thing. They think they're punishing you. They just gave you the most beautiful blessing in the world of no contact. And you need to keep that going. You need to keep that heading firm unless one miracle day comes and they can actually sit down and apologize meaningfully, like without fake or ulterior motives, where they can literally sit down and say, I am sorry that I've done this to you. Even then, you're going to have to be a little careful afterwards, but it's almost unheard of for a narcissist to apologize because they don't think they're wrong. They're never wrong. They can never say that they've done something wrong. They're always the victim. And if you know somebody in your life that's constantly the victim, it's the victim. Oh, they've done this to me. I would have been good, but I would have had this, but that's a problem. So you're going to have to get really sure in yourself, guys, and just say, no, I'm not having it. Family is hard. It's really hard because, you're supposed to be there for your family. That's another one where it's going to have to be a fade out or less contact, limited contact. Another thing is when you go to a narcissist home, like a family member or it's a get together, make sure you're amped up on protection. Numite is a really awesome crystal, and shugite. They're black crystals and they are super protective against guarding against really negative people and their energy and conflict. So I would definitely put them on me if I'm heading into a home like that, like the Viper Pit. Also, saging. You need to be saging all the time. I mean, I sage before, after, being around people, crowds, anything. I just do it all the time anyway. but it is a necessity when you are going around really toxic people, especially family members. That's going to be your decision when you've had enough. I have learned how to do that, but it took a long time. And, you know, everybody has their own journey with that. But try really hard to limit contact so that you can grow and heal in between conversations with them. Also, workplace bullies is a huge problem. There's a lot of narcissists within our workplace, and that can cause a lot of stress, especially for an empath. And they usually pick on the empath because we're the easiest victim. So with that, I like to definitely those crystals we just talked about, the shugite. Also, a hematite is a good one because it'll keep you feeling grounded and focused and like your eye on the prize instead of all over the place. I make a sage spray that people love. It's a bestseller and it smells good. It's almost like a perfume, so you don't know that it's on, but it's really a repellent and it kind of blocks against the negativity in a workplace when you can't use the actual bundle of sage with the smoke. Another thing you can do if you're having extreme issues, and my last episode on Empath 1, I talked about the freezer spell, so you can go back and refer to that. And that's an easy way to just kind of put your bully or your narcissist on hold so they stop hitting at you all the time and kind of calm things down a little bit. And then another one could be a binding or banish candle, where you would just get a black chime candle and you would get some banishment oil. If you don't have that, you could just put a little olive oil. You're going to carve on one side of the candle, I would say banish to get them out of your life, and bind if you just want them to stop hurting you. So you're going to bind them to themselves and then basically put their name on the other side. And then with love, you're going to light the candle and you're going to imagine as this little candle is burning in the flame that this person is leaving you alone. They're not harming you, they're calming down, and you're sending them away with love and light, but you are feeling better and more protected. And then when you're done, you just extinguish the candle, or if it burns out by itself, then you're just going to put the remnants outside underneath a tree and just bury it under there. So it's pretty simple and it's pretty hard all at once. I just want you guys to know that there is hope. You're worth it. You're worth more than being a punching bag, and you're worth more than sitting there every day wondering what's going to happen next. If I, of all people, without any help, can get out of a narcissistic abusive relationship, you can as well. And I'm telling you, if you feel like money is bad, it will get better. You're stronger than that and you will make it. So start knowing your worth and get out ASAP. As I left my abuser, and within about 3 months, I met my husband, the most incredible, nicest human being I've ever met in my life. I think I appreciate it more because after being through hell like that, you just wake up every day so very blessed and happy, and everything in your life takes off and gets better, and it isn't blocked anymore. When you're with a narcissist, look at your life. It's usually blocked in so many different areas, and it's so hard to make it, like little simple goals. So you need to remember that as well. And I am always here for support. If you guys have any questions or comments, make sure to do so. And I will help you the best I can because I want to see you happy and I want to see you whole. And that's very important. Narcissists can try to destroy you, but you're a phoenix. You can go down in the flame and come out stronger than ever. And when you start to rebuild that beauty inside of you, you will never, ever let another person take that away from you again because you worked too hard to get it. So to all my beautiful people out there trying to get out of a bad relationship, you can. And to the people struggling with narcissistic family members, I understand. Do not let them make you feel less than who you are, because you are here to soar and have a good life. It's really important to subscribe and share, even if it's a pain to sign up and do so. My next series will be coming out soon, and I am going to talk about indigo and crystal children as parents and ways to help protect them and help them flourish in life. If you'd like to book a psychic reading with me, you go to mandysmagicalreadings.com. You can also go to my online store at mandysmagicalmarketplace.org. Thank you everybody for tuning in tonight. I hope you have a very magical, blessed week. Remember that knowledge is power. The more you learn, the more you are going to achieve. and the more you're going to stick to your guns and have a better life. Thank you, everybody. Have a beautiful night.